The cruise industry is changing faster than most passengers realize. Things that were standard on every ship just a few years ago are quietly disappearing. Some are being replaced by something better, others are simply gone for good. I'm Timothy, and today we're uncovering 20 things you'll no longer see on cruises in 2026. If you want to keep cruising smarter, hit subscribe right now so you never miss an insider tip like this. Let's get into it. Number 1. Paper daily programs slipped under your door. Remember waking up to that folded sheet of paper outlining every activity, show, and dining special for the day? That's nearly gone. Cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Norwegian have shifted almost entirely to app-based daily planners. The ship's app now delivers your daily schedule, lets you book activities, and sends you notifications in real time. It's faster, greener, and gives the cruise line better data on what you're actually doing with your day. The tip here? Download the cruise line's app before you board. Passengers who don't often feel lost on the first day because the paper backup is either very limited or no longer available at all. Number 2. Self-service drink stations in the buffet. Freely accessible juice and soda dispensers at the buffet are disappearing fast. What used to be a casual grab-and-go setup has been replaced by attended beverage stations or drink package redemption points. The reason is simple. Cruise lines found those stations were costing them a significant amount in lost revenue. Now, if you want that glass of orange juice with breakfast, it often means flagging down a crew member or using your drink package. If you're budgeting for your cruise, factor this in. The all-inclusive drink package is worth more now than it was just 3 years ago. Number 3. Smoking sections on balconies. This one is a major shift. Balcony smoking has been eliminated across almost every major cruise line. Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Norwegian, MSC, and others have all updated their policies. The risks are simply too high. One careless cigarette is all it takes to cause a fire that endangers thousands of people. Thermal cameras and advanced smoke sensors now monitor balconies around the clock. The only designated smoking areas remaining are specific open-air spots on the outer decks. If you smoke, check the current policy for your specific ship before you board. Violations can mean a $250 to $500 fine and removal at the next port. Number 4. Cash transactions at most onboard venues. Cruise ships are going almost entirely cashless on board. Bars, restaurants, shops, spas, and excursion desks all run through your cruise card or the ship's app. The casino is often the last holdout, and even that is shifting toward cashless systems on newer ships. The practical takeaway is this: your cruise card is your wallet. Make sure it's linked to a valid credit card before you board, and keep an eye on your account through the app. Unauthorized charges or declined cards get flagged quickly, and it can cause real friction at the most inconvenient moments. Number 5. Traditional midnight buffets. This is one that longtime cruisers genuinely mourn. The grand midnight buffet, complete with carved ice sculptures and tables of extravagant food displayed for guests to admire and feast on, is gone. It was beautiful, it was iconic, and it was expensive to produce. Cruise lines quietly retired it over a decade ago, but 2026 sees the final few holdouts abandon the tradition entirely. What's replaced it? Late-night food options like pizza counters, 24-hour cafes, and room service? Functional? Yes. As memorable? Not quite. If you're nostalgic for the midnight buffet experience, specialty restaurants now offer themed tasting menus that come close. Number 6. Printed shore excursion brochures in your cabin. That glossy folded brochure listing every tour option at every port used to be waiting on your bed when you arrived. Now it's gone. Everything is online, in the app, or at a digital kiosk near guest services. Cruise lines made this shift for 2 reasons: cost savings and flexibility. Prices and availability change, and a printed brochure can't update itself. The insider tip: browse and book excursions before you ever set foot on the ship. The best tours, especially private small group options, sell out weeks in advance. If you wait until you're on board, you'll often find the top picks are already gone. Number 7. Open bridge viewing programs. There was a time when passengers could sign up for a supervised tour of the ship's bridge and watch the captain and crew at work. It was one of the most popular behind-the-scenes experiences on any cruise. Post-2020, security protocols have tightened significantly across the industry, and these tours have been eliminated on most major lines. A few luxury and small ship lines still offer them as exclusive perks for suite guests or frequent travelers. But for the average cruiser, the bridge is now permanently off limits. If getting access to that world matters to you, small expedition cruise lines are your best bet. Number 8. Coin-operated laundry machines. The days of hunting down quarters or small change to run a load of laundry mid-cruise are ending. Ships are replacing coin machines with card swipe or app-based laundry systems across the fleet. It's a convenience upgrade, but it also means you can no longer use that stash of coins you saved for laundry day. The new systems charge directly to your cruise account. If laundry access matters to you, check which ships have self-service laundry available at all. Newer megaships often skip it entirely, offering only a for-fee valet laundry service instead. Number 9. Complimentary specialty dining nights on standard packages. This one stings. A few years ago, many cruise packages came with at least one complimentary dinner at a specialty restaurant. That is now largely gone. Specialty dining has become a major revenue driver for cruise lines, and they're no longer giving it away in the base fare. Instead, you'll see dining packages sold separately or specialty nights bundled only into top-tier suite bookings. If you enjoy a great steak or quality sushi at sea, budget for a dining package when you book. Buying it on board almost always costs more than purchasing it in advance through the cruise line's website. Number 10. Printed photo packages with physical prints. The ship photographer used to hand you a glossy 8x10 print to flip through and buy. That physical printing lab on board is disappearing. Major lines have moved to digital photo delivery, where all your photos live in an app or online gallery. You purchase a digital download package and receive the files directly. Some ships have eliminated the printing option entirely. The upside? Digital packages are often better value than physical ones. The downside? If you love having printed cruise photos on your wall at home, you'll need to print them yourself after the trip. Number 11. Styrofoam cups and single-use plastics. This change is real, meaningful, and accelerating. Styrofoam cups at the buffet, plastic straws, individually wrapped plastic utensils, and single-use plastic bottles are being phased out across the industry. Cruise lines are under growing environmental pressure from international maritime regulations, and many have made public sustainability commitments with hard deadlines. In 2026, you'll find paper straws, reusable cups, and bulk dispensers replacing individual plastic packaging. It's a genuine improvement. If you're environmentally conscious, this shift is one of the more encouraging changes happening across the fleet right now. Number 12. Traditional bingo cards and paper game sheets. The classic paper bingo card is being replaced by digital tablets and interactive screens in the ship's entertainment areas. Cruise lines love this shift because it speeds up the game, eliminates paper waste, and allows them to run multiple simultaneous prize tiers. For passengers, it takes a little adjustment, but the games are actually more engaging. The prizes remain real, the fun remains intact, and the crew hosts are just as enthusiastic. The paper card as a souvenir to take home? That's the one thing that's genuinely lost. Number 13. Payphones and ship-to-shore telephone booths. It sounds obvious, but there was a time when rows of payphone-style booths let passengers make expensive but accessible calls home from the ship. They are completely gone. The entire communication model has shifted to shipboard Wi-Fi, which, while still pricey on some lines, is now standard infrastructure on every major ship. Before your cruise, check your mobile carrier for international roaming plans and compare the ship's Wi-Fi packages. Buying internet access before departure through the cruise line's website is almost always cheaper than purchasing it at the customer service desk once you're on board. Number 14. The formalized captain's table dinner. For generations, being selected for the captain's table was one of the most coveted honors on a cruise. A formal dinner, the captain in dress uniform, a small group of guests chosen for the occasion. That tradition has quietly faded. Captains today manage massive operations involving thousands of passengers and hundreds of crew. The dedicated captain's dinner as a regular cruise event is now rare, reserved mostly for world cruise guests or ultra-luxury lines. What has replaced it is more accessible. Captain's cocktail parties, meet and greet events, and Q&A sessions that give all passengers a moment with senior officers rather than a lucky few. Number 15. Assigned open seating in main dining. The old model of traditional dining, where you were assigned a specific table and dining time for the entire cruise, is being phased out by most mainstream lines. Norwegian pioneered the flexible dining concept years ago, and now Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and MSC have all shifted heavily toward anytime or flexible dining. You show up when you want, sit where you like, and the experience is far less rigid. The trade-off is that peak dining hours can mean a wait. The insider trick? Book your dining times through the app as soon as the booking window opens, usually when you check in online before the cruise. Number 16. Physical casino chips in large denominations. Cruise casinos are streamlining. Large denomination physical chips are being replaced by electronic credits, digital tables, and cashless systems. The casino still exists and is still fully operational, but the tactile experience of stacking chips is fading. Former casino staff on cruise ships point out that the shift also makes it easier for the ship to monitor spending patterns and intervene if a guest shows signs of problem gambling. That's a genuinely responsible change. If you enjoy casino games at sea, treat it as entertainment, set a firm limit, and step away when it's reached. Number 17. Single-use plastic key cards for the cabin. The traditional thin plastic key card that opens your cabin door is being replaced by two newer alternatives. The first is the wearable medallion, pioneered by Princess Cruises, which sits on your wrist and communicates with doors and payment systems passively. The second is your smartphone, which many newer ships now accept as a digital room key through the cruise app. Both systems reduce plastic waste and improve convenience. The practical note here is to make sure your phone is charged at all times when using it as your cabin key. Getting locked out at 2 a.m. because your battery died is not a fun experience. Number 18. Formal night as a mandatory dress code event. Formal night is not gone, but the mandatory element is. The era of being turned away from the main dining room because you weren't in a suit or evening gown is largely over. Most cruise lines have softened the language from formal required to smart, casual encouraged. You'll still see elegantly dressed passengers on formal nights, and it remains a beautiful tradition for those who enjoy it. But cruise lines recognize that strict dress enforcement was creating friction and discouraging newer, younger travelers. The atmosphere has shifted from mandatory elegance to optional celebration. Dress up if you love it. No one will stop you either way. Number 19. Travel agent exclusive booking perks. For decades, booking through a travel agent often unlocked exclusive onboard credits, cabin upgrades, and specialty dining vouchers that you couldn't access by booking directly. That advantage is shrinking. Cruise lines have invested heavily in direct booking platforms, loyalty programs, and price-match tools that make the direct booking experience competitive. Travel agents still offer value, especially for complex itineraries and group bookings, but the days of automatic extras just for using one are fading. The smart move today? Compare the agent's offer to the direct booking side by side. Sometimes the agent wins. Sometimes the cruise line's direct deal is better. Number 20. The sense that cruise ships were out of reach for everyday travelers. Here's the one that matters most. The idea that cruising was an expensive, formal, or exclusive experience reserved for a certain kind of traveler is completely gone in 2026. The industry has made a deliberate shift toward accessibility with shorter sailings, lower entry-level prices, casual dining, flexible itineraries, and ships designed to appeal to families, solo travelers, and younger generations. If you haven't cruised in a while because you thought it wasn't for you, the industry has changed more than you know. The barriers are lower, the variety is wider, and the experience has never been more customizable than it is right now. And that's a wrap. 20 things that are changing or disappearing from the cruise experience in 2026. Some of these shifts are genuinely exciting. Others take a little getting used to. But knowing what to expect before you board always makes for a better trip. If this helped you cruise smarter, hit like and subscribe so you never miss an insider update. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these changes surprised you most? Drop your answer below and remember to cruise smart.